Hey everybody. Okay, we're in, let's just call it step number one. I'm out here and I'm lining this old frame up, you could say, trying to get it zeroed in. And it's not too bad. Of course, I'm not going to weld it back together. I'm planning to take this thing and shrink it by about 24 inches, 2 feet. And you need a lot of calculating for that. So I got my Maniac pencil out here and doing some calculations. And I am going to paint this thing up and get it looking like a real pencil. Yeah, maybe today, I don't know, but I've been saying that, and it's going to happen. I want to see this look like a nice yellow pencil with a pink eraser and all that. Oh, geez, look who's here. Always the snooper, Mr. Enoch. What do you got to say, boy? You want to talk? Huh? Say hello. Nah, you ain't talking to... Okay, but that's what I'm doing, and show you what's happening. Well, for starters, I'm going to make some measurements from here to the ground, because when you look at this, I mean, it's right about on, but of course I got to pull this trailer up to the, we'll just say this is going to move up to the transmission, which means I'm going to have to cut out a lot. And I'm probably going to be cutting some of this off too. And this here, I haven't measured it yet. I'm guessing it's about 20 inches from the ground to the crown. But when you go to this frame, it probably is not going to show up in the camera, but this frame slopes down. It does slope down. So if I was to take this and get it up and go by this frame, this part would be tilted down too much. And lots of measuring, and I'll be writing it all down. And right now, a lot of it's eyeballing, but when we get to the final, doing it all, making cuts and welding it back together, we're going to hopefully get it just about perfect. Nothing's ever perfect, but we're going to try. This morning I dug these out some more and lowered, so I lowered the front half down. It was up too high. You had like a big crack at the top, smaller one at the bottom, and we had to play around with both sides until we got it to where it's pretty good now. Same thing over here. Then here in the back, I added these in this morning, and of course when I get down to the really getting it, I'm going to change the tires here on the front. These are 15-inch. I forget what they are, but I want the same tires all around if I can make that happen. I'd like to do it with those tires. If you saw that video, I just got 4 nice BF Goodrich tires with little red ring walls on them. My son-in-law gave them to me for free. They're really good. I mean, they're like new. I got to clean them up. I'll make a video of them before and after and in between. I'm fixing to head out to Harbor Freight here in just a minute. I got to get these, I'm going to buy 2 of them, I guess. 2 big screws, you screw them into the ground. And then when I make the cut, I'm going to plan to have both of these, I'll call them rails. They're sitting on the jack stands, and I'll have those screws in the ground, you could say, screwed in, and I'll have them ratchet strap holding both sides of the frame rail down. Because I honestly don't know when I cut this, if this thing could do one goes up and the other one goes down. Some crazy, twisting action. I don't think this cross member is strong enough, the transmission mount, whatever you want to call it, to keep it from flexing. That's my biggest concern. I've never done anything like this, and it could be I could turn out with a complete big giant fail when I cut this, and it does one of those, like, I don't know what you'd call it, up and down twisting things, and I'm stuck with a catastrophe. Then I'd have to fight like hell to get it back right, and maybe go to a crazy ass welding job and put it back together. Just throw it all away, sell the motor and sell all the parts, and go back to just pulling the trailer around with the other one. You can't really tell by looking at this, but I got one of the screws in the ground here, and this is just, I got this gate, and it keeps it closed one way, and then the shovel keeps the other one. We don't have it often, but when you get a big wind around here, that gate will stop. You know, we get these hurricanes to come through, and the wind will blow one way hard for a while, and then you go through the eye of the storm, and then the wind comes back around the other way. And that's where we're up to today.